What's up folks, it's Cosentino here. Today I'm going to teach you a trick where you take a playing card and you pass it through a $5 note. Believe me, you're going to want to learn it, so stick around. What's up guys, it's Cosentino. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to the School of Magic where I teach you how to perform magic with everyday household items. Today, we take a playing card, we pass it through a $5 note. You can pretty much do this anywhere at any time, so you need to learn it. With that being said, if you haven't subscribed, do that right now. Turn on the notifications. These videos are coming every single week and you do not want to miss out. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, the equipment required to perform this particular trick. You need 2 packs of cards. You don't really need 2 packs, you need 2 cards that are identical. If you have 2 packs, then you have 52 different cards to choose from. So grab those right now. You need a pair of scissors, double-sided sticky tape, and some money. $5, a 10, a 20, a 50, even 100, whatever you have. I only had a 5, so that's what I grabbed. Get those items, meet me back here, and I'll show you the setup and therefore the secret. Here we go. Okay, so get your pack of cards, go through it, and choose a card that you like, okay? So to make it easy, I'll use the King of Hearts. That's from 1 pack, okay? Then I'm going to go through the other pack, and I'm going to find the exact same card, which happens to be the King of Hearts, just like that. So they're 2 exact same cards. Now, all I'm going to do is cut off the top portion of the card. So I'm going to cut off about this much, okay? I'll do it just below the pip here, okay? So I'll cut it off just like this. Hopefully you can see this okay. Have a look and clip, so it's off. So I've cut that much off. Do it really neat and tidy, okay? Now what you're going to do is place the 2 cards together like that. So you take your double-sided tape, stretch it out, lay it across the bottom of the card, do it neat. I'm doing it very quickly. There it is there. Don't worry about the edges hanging over yet. Take the double card and place it on top. Okay, just like that. See that there? So there is the card, just like that. Now, of course, the tape is hanging over it. That's why we have the scissors. Cut off the excess tape. Just like that. Make it really neat so there's no more tape and it looks clean. This is the card I actually used. I used the 6. It's the same thing, nice and neat, done a little bit more tidy. Okay, so that is the actual setup to the effect. All right, so now you're going to take the bill and you're going to fold it, leaving just an edge. Can you see that edge there? Just an edge. So it's not flush or flat like that, just a little bit of an edge. You can pre-fold it, score it with your fingers, just like that. Okay, so what you do is you display the money or borrow the money. That's even better. So you imagine you fold it over and now the longer side is that way. You take the card. Remember, my flap is here, okay? You're going to take the card and you're going to insert it or it looks like you're placing the card on top of the bill, but you're actually inserting the back through the slit. I'll show you. This is the exposed view. So it looks like I'm taking the card and placing it on top, but what I'm really doing is placing it through like that. Can you see that? So it looks like I'm placing it on top, but I'm really placing it behind like this. Okay? That's the exposed view. So that's what it looks like from this angle. Then you're going to fold the bill over, forwards, away from you. All right? So if this was the exposed view, you're seeing it now from the magician's perspective. You fold it over and you fold it over. And then you slide the bill across to the end. Okay? That's the exposed view again, if you can see that. So now all I'm going to do is bring my one hand over here. My thumb is holding it from behind, and all I do is release my right thumb. I release my right thumb and the card will drop down, just like that. And from the front, that's a very awkward position for me. But from the front, this hand lets go and holds the bill. My thumb, my right thumb is holding it at the back. I just drop it and the card falls. And it's quite nice when it dips like that. So this would be the exposed view. We're up like this. We're here, I'll do it like this. This hand comes across. See, my right thumb is holding the card. And all I do is move my right thumb and the card falls down. Of course, if I turn it now, it looks like it's melted through the bill. I then show my hands empty. I re-grip the card on top and I slide it across. Now, I'm putting pressure down, so I'm not lifting it. It's not lifting up. When you put pressure down, the cut portion, that's this portion, will bend against the fold you've made, and it will keep it nice and tight and neat, and it will look like it's melting through. Now, what's really cool about Australian currency is you have these clear bits in the bill, which actually add to the deception, which is really cool. Okay, so I'm pushing down and then I'm grabbing the bill and I'm kind of twisting it. I'm twisting it down with my left hand, making it look like it's melting through. And just as I get close towards the end, I quickly pull the bill out. I turn the card around, drop the card, and show that the bill has healed. Because I want them to think that maybe if there's something going on, it has to do with their bill. That's why you want to quickly show them the bill, hand it out, let them examine it. You don't want them to examine the card. So you want all the attention, all the heat on the actual bill. So that is it. That's the secret. That's the method. Tips to this particular trick. When you make your gimmick, take your time, do it neat, really line up the cards. Do not rush like I showed you before. To make this one, I took my time before we even started filming. Make sure the cards line up perfect. They're not hanging over. Make sure there's no tape hanging over. When you do the top cut, get it just below the number, just above the pip, okay? That will add to the deception of the illusion. So make sure your card is set up properly. That's tip number one. Tip number two, pre-fold your note. So you have a really nice, neat, and sharp fold, okay? I don't give you these tips just for fun. It will help you make the illusion more baffling and it will help you perform the effect. So make that nice and sharp. Okay, that's tip number two. Tip number three, when the playing card is inserted and you've done the fold over, you're going to slide the bill back. And now you're going to remember, you're going to open it up. Be careful when you open it up that the card is not already hanging below. I mean, this is extreme, do not do that. But even just a little bit, don't have it hanging just below like that, because now you've given away the illusion. So be really tidy and really neat that the card is above the bill. So if I turn it around, okay, you can see it needs to be above, okay? And finally, make sure that when you drop the card, it's not sitting too high, because if it's sitting too high, you'll miss it, okay? Just be careful of that, you'll miss it and it'll fall away. You don't want that to happen. So there's the right balance between having the card high behind the note, so you can't see it from the front, and then of course it being too high where you can't drop it. So find that balance, okay? And then you'll get this beautiful effect where the card just drops straight through. And finally, put pressure down. on the actual card pushing against a note. It will help with the illusion. And then you have an awesome trick. All right, there you go. It's an awesome trick. It's a fun trick. It's a baffling trick. Have fun doing it. Watch yourself in front of the mirror. Record yourself. I always say that because it's important to see what it actually looks like. So get in front of that mirror and really practice it. But have fun doing it. Until next time, be safe, look after one another, and remember to always believe.